Hola people! Welcome to the second day of my 45 days video series. By now, I am expecting that you would have definitely given a look to my previous day's video and you would have definitely got to learn something new. So, with the same amount of energy and zeal, I am back with all of you one more time. In this video, I will talk about 5 small habits which you can include in your daily routine and see that how these habits help you in the process of learning language and make the entire journey more comfortable and easier. So, let's begin. Number 1. Try to be consistent. Let me put it this way. Just imagine that you wish to become a guitarist, and for the same you even go to the market and buy the best guitar. The catch is, do you really think that you would become a guitarist overnight, or you would become someone as perfect as a rock star overnight? Well, the answer is absolutely no. And the reason behind it is, all of these things need consistency and regular practice. The same thing happens in the case of learning a language as well. Language learning is an art form, and this art form needs time, consistency and your determination to shape up in the best possible way. So, just in case you're also serious about improving your English and learning it in a much better way, then take a pledge that you would be consistent in the process of learning. Habit number 2. Be a great listener. Okay, to some of you it might just sound a little strange, but I would still say the same thing. In the process of learning language, it's important to be a great listener. Let me put it this way. Just imagine you have a small child in your house and you are teaching your child a certain language. Do you really think that in the very beginning itself, it would be a smart decision to use all the intricacies of grammar while teaching your child? Obviously not, right? And at the same time, sometimes you would yourself feel shocked to see that your child would be in a state of saying or using so much more than what you are actually consciously teaching your child. That's all because your child is exposed to an active, resourceful environment where that particular language is used in the best possible way. The same happens in the process of learning English language as well. When you listen a lot of English being spoken or used around you, you tend to learn so much more than the normal phenomena. Take for example, there are so many applications which help you to just listen to English conversation, and these conversations also improve your English. For that matter, you can definitely prefer an application called Audible Suno because I feel it is perfect for the cause. So, before being a great speaker, try to be a great listener as well. Okay, now it's time for me to talk about my habit number 3. Learn to use your language. Yes, in the beginning it might just sound a little strange or a little difficult, but it's always a great idea to use whatever you listen or whatever you learn. You can choose your own audience. If you're not very confident, then in the beginning you can use all of these words or all of these sentences with someone with whom you're very comfortable, because these people would help you in rectification of the mistakes, and at the same time you won't feel shy as well. Let's take it for example. As teachers, we come across so many different students in our daily course of life, and all of them have a different level of understanding of English language as well. Still then also, our students feel confident while using these words and this language. The reason is, instead of scolding them, we try to give them a comfortable environment and we simply rectify their mistakes so that the child feels more confident before using the same thing in front of someone else. So, I would say it once again. It's always a great idea to use whatever you have learned or whatever you have listened from someone with whom you are comfortable in conversing. Habit number 4. Having a word goal. Yes, in the process of learning language, you would definitely come across so many new words. And it's always a great idea to have a word goal which you must try to follow dedicatedly. Now, there's nothing like an ideal word goal because you can simply learn 2 to 3 words each day and you can even go for 10 to 15 words each day. The number of words which you're learning doesn't really matter. What matters is how effectively and efficiently you are using these words in your common communication or conversation. So, try to have a word goal and try to abide by this goal as far as it is possible. Habit number 5. Keeping a written record of everything that you have learned. Okay, to some of you it might just sound a little old school, but I would still like to emphasize on the same thing. It's always an amazing idea to pen down whatever you have learned either on a piece of paper or just in case you wish to give it a modern touch on your mobile, tablet or laptop. Whether it is a single word or the moment where you get the confidence of writing a huge letter or a paragraph. It's always an amazing idea to pen down your learnings in all of these different forms. When you start writing, you also get a huge variety of other thoughts, and with all the other habits being put in place, you would yourself feel more confident to give voice to your opinion, whether it is to someone whom you know or to someone who is unknown to you. So, these were my 5 habits which I feel helped me a lot while learning this foreign language. And I truly believe that it's going to help you as well. Before I end the video, I would like to leave you all with the word of the day. Today's word is fortunate. I'm sure that it's a very easy word and most of us would be in the habit of using it as well. But I seriously thought and chose this word for the day because most of our kids and students feel that using lucky is not at all overrated, and that's why they go on and on in the process. So, today's word fortunate is exclusively for the little ones. I hope you got something new to learn in this video and you liked it as well. Thank you so much for giving your time and supporting me. I'll be back very soon with something new to share. Until then, stay home, stay safe and stay calm. Bye.